Mucuna, a multi-purpose leguminous plant, has drawn a lot of interest in the field of agriculture and animal management. We trekked to Gomba district to catch up a glimpse on Mucuna and learn how it can increase productivity at your farm. Let's find out how. Welcome to NBS Agribusiness. Gomba district is known as a cattle corridor, and indeed those who are engaging in it are in the millions. Others have taken advantage of the manure from the livestock to grow pasture, which has now become a profitable venture. This is Obed Ben, a prominent farmer in this region, standing in the Mucuna garden, which has just learned 3 months ago, but now he is about to earn from it. But before we dive into how you can earn from Mucuna, let's first understand this pasture. Mucuna, scientifically known as Mucuna pruriens, is a fast-growing leguminous plant indigenous to tropical and subtropical regions. It is characterized by its vigorous growth, nitrogen-fixing capabilities, and high nutritive value. Mucuna holds immense promise as a sustainable forage option due to its ability to improve soil fertility, suppress weeds, and provide nutritious fodder for livestock. To achieve this, Obed Ben says, before embarking on Mucuna cultivation, land preparation is paramount for ensuring optimal growth and yield.
This is one of the most amazing parts in agriculture. Nothing gives you comfort more than security. And when it comes to animal husbandry, when it comes to livestock rearing, then food security is priority. We may have water, we may have little water, but we cannot afford to have little feeds for our animals. This is why we have done supplementary feeds for our animals. This is called Mucuna, aka ebijanjalo ebinene. Mucuna is a very nutritious pasture with a lot of proteins, and it grows very fast. It has wide, like you can see, the leaves are very broad in size. So this enables it to have a lot of pasture, which gives our animals quantity and quality. Doing Mucuna is very easy. You see, it is very hot out here. It is over 32 degrees Celsius. But you can see how beautiful this pasture looks like. So it means it is very resistant. Even when the drought comes, if you have your Mucuna, your kawa, you don't have to worry. This is why Youth Platform Africa has given it time and has showed you how it looks like even in dry spells like this. Youth Platform Africa has these seeds at their offices, and we can also give you free knowledge on how to plant them.
Based on soil test results, amend the soil with organic matter and the necessary nutrients to optimize fertility. Incorporate compost manure and organic fertilizers as needed.
You just plow your garden, remove all the weeds, then this is a 1 meter gap. From a seed to another seed, do 1 meter. That is 3 feet. From a seed to a seed. We usually do columns or rows. These rows, from a row to a row, it should be 3 feet, 1 meter. Or you can plant like using a hoe. If you're not doing a very large scale, you can plant using a hoe, but make sure a seed is apart from the space between the seeds is at least 1 meter squared. So after doing that, make sure you weed at least after 3 weeks. You have planted today, in 3 weeks time, make sure you weed. After you have weed, after weeding, make sure you go back home, sleep. Did you get it right? After weeding, in 3 weeks time, you planted today. In 3 weeks time, you have weeded, and The rest is to go home and sleep.
Another thing to note is to ensure proper seedbed preparation for uniform seed germination. Once the land is adequately prepared, it's time to sow Mucuna seeds.
Come back 2 months later, start cutting pasture for your animals to eat. Mucuna has a number of benefits. For example, Mucuna can be feeds for animals like goats, sheep, cattle, but more so even hens, birds like ducks, and other birds, domestic birds can feed on this Mucuna. These leaves are very good for hens. Hens like picking Mucuna so much. So if you have your hens, you will be amazed by the way they will be picking this kind of leaves.
Choose high-quality Mucuna seeds from a reputable source. Opt for certified seeds to ensure genetic purity and desired traits.
Also, the seeds in this kind of pasture, the seeds that this pasture bears, the seeds are very nutritious for hens, they are very nutritious for cattle, they are very nutritious for even people. You mingle this or you mix this powder of the seeds of Mucuna with sugar grass and then give to your dairy cows. You will be amazed by the results. Your cow that is giving you 5 liters will be increasingly and mesmerizingly give you over 20 liters a day. So, pasture supplements is one of the #1 considerations any mission-oriented farmer, any ambitious farmer should make sure they have in place. Because when you cut a cow here on the stomach, you don't find water, you find pasture. So 90% of how the goat or the cattle or whatever it is looks like, 90% is what it eats, not what it drinks. So you'll give it a lot of water. Yes, water is very good. Actually, it should take a lot of water. But if it doesn't have enough feeds in it, the nutritions are not working. Why don't you just tap on Youth Platform Africa? Go on our website, check our Instagram, check our Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever it is, TikTok. Check for these videos, see how to plant Mucuna, see the benefits, and then thank me later. I want to tell you.
Determine the appropriate seed rate based on the desired plant density and the available land area. Generally, Mucuna is sown at a rate of 20 to 30 kilograms per hectare.
A field like this is about 3 acres here. 3 acres can feed up to 300 goats. Youth Platform Africa is taking agriculture to another level. If agriculture is here, we are taking agribusiness here, and we are aiming higher than this. We want to have at least 10 million goats in 5 years from now. If we get 10 million goats, we'll be able to penetrate all the markets, but it all starts with the pastures that we have. So why don't you stop looking on, then go out there, look for YPA offices here at Ruvaga Road, next to Access Building, near Kabaka's Roundabout. Check out these kind of pastures. We have Caliandra, we have Lab Lab is over there. You can see it is climbing the trees. We also have sugar grass, we have alfalfa. Alfalfa, we call it the golden pasture. Alfalfa is very, very, very nutritious when it comes to protein. It is the richest pasture in protein. I think it is a substitute for a pasture called acacia. Goats like it so much. It doesn't matter whether the goats are dairy or they are meat goats. Goats like alfalfa so much, and because we are serious farmers, not just mediocres and people who are trying, we have all these pastures here, and we are encouraging everyone out there to do this kind of pastures, because in the 21st century, if you don't have differences, you will not matter. Because what matters is not the product. What matters is how your product looks like, the difference of your product from another product.
Sow the seeds at a depth of 2 to 3 centimeters in the soil. Avoid planting too deep, as it may hinder seedling emergence.